Did you know that your muscles could be dying right now without you even realizing it? After 70, muscle deterioration can happen silently, stealing your independence and quality of life day by day. What's truly frightening is that doctors often dismiss these critical warning signs as just normal aging, when they're actually urgent red flags that require immediate attention. In this video, you'll discover the 8 critical warning signs that your muscles are deteriorating after 70, and exactly what you can do today to stop and even reverse this process before it's too late. This information could be the difference between maintaining your independence for years to come or becoming dependent on others for basic daily activities. Let me tell you about Douglas. At 72, Douglas was always the neighborhood's most active senior. He took daily walks, tended his garden, and even helped neighbors with small repair projects. But over just 6 months, strange symptoms began appearing that his doctor simply dismissed as part of getting older. His legs felt weaker. Standing up became harder. He started falling occasionally. By the time Douglas finally got proper help, he had already lost nearly 30% of his muscle mass, an amount that takes years to rebuild. If only someone had told me these were warning signs, he told me later, I could have prevented all this suffering. Douglas's story isn't unique. It happens to thousands of seniors every day. But it doesn't have to happen to you. Now let's dive into the 8 critical warning signs that your muscles are dying after 70 and what you can do immediately to address each one. Sign 1. Unexplained frequent falls. Are you finding yourself stumbling or falling more often lately? This isn't just clumsiness or a normal part of aging. It's one of the most dangerous signs your muscles are failing you right now. Have you noticed needing to hold onto furniture or walls more often just to feel stable? According to research from the Harvard Medical School, falls are often the first visible sign of critical muscle loss, not simply an inevitable part of aging as many believe. Their landmark study showed that up to 86% of unexplained falls in seniors over 70 directly correlate with unaddressed muscle deterioration, particularly in the legs and core. Take Evelyn's story as a warning. At 74, Evelyn started falling about twice a month. I just thought I was getting clumsy with age, she told me. She hid these falls from her family, embarrassed about what she thought was just aging. When she finally sought medical attention after a particularly bad fall, her doctor was alarmed. Testing revealed her leg muscles had deteriorated to dangerous levels, putting her at immediate risk for a life-changing injury. Had she recognized this warning sign earlier, months of dangerous falls could have been prevented. Here's what you need to do immediately. Start these simple balance exercises today. Stand behind a sturdy chair, holding the back for support. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and hold for 10 seconds. Switch feet and repeat. Do this 5 times on each side, 3 times daily. This takes just 5 minutes but immediately activates and strengthens your stabilizing muscles. Are your legs too weak for this? Then start by just lifting your heels while keeping toes on the ground. The key is to start today, not tomorrow, not next week. Muscle deterioration accelerates every day you wait. Sign 2. Taking longer to recover from simple activities. Have you noticed that everyday activities like walking to the mailbox or grocery shopping now leave you exhausted for hours afterward? If simple tasks that once energized you now deplete you, your muscles aren't just tired, they're literally dying. Do you find yourself needing to rest after activities that never required recovery time before? The National Institute on Aging warns that extended recovery time is a clinical sign of sarcopenia, the medical term for dangerous age-related muscle loss. Their research shows that when recovery time doubles from your baseline, you've likely already lost 15–20% of your muscle function, an amount that significantly impacts your independence and safety. Consider what happened to Benjamin. At 76, Benjamin noticed he needed an entire afternoon to recover after his morning walks, something he used to do daily without issues. "I figured I was just getting older and needed more rest," he said. But when finally examined, his doctor found alarming muscle atrophy that had already compromised his heart function. The extended recovery wasn't just inconvenient, it was his body signaling a medical emergency. Here's your immediate action plan. Implement this progressive 3-minute recovery routine after any activity. Immediately after exertion, stand tall and take 5 deep breaths, expanding your chest fully. Then, gently swing your arms in small circles for 30 seconds. Finally, do 10 gentle knee raises on each leg. This simple routine immediately improves blood flow to depleted muscles, delivers crucial oxygen, and cuts recovery time in half. Start this routine today after every activity that leaves you tired. Your muscle cells are desperately waiting for this support. Sign 3. Decreasing grip strength. Can't open jars anymore? Finding yourself dropping things more frequently? This isn't just frustrating, it's a medical emergency for your aging muscles. Have you noticed needing help with bottles, doorknobs, or other objects you use to handle easily? Studies published in the Journal of Gerontology show that grip strength is one of the most reliable predictors of overall muscle health and longevity after 70. Their research found that for every 11% decrease in grip strength, all-cause mortality risk increases by a shocking 16% in seniors. This makes weak grip strength more predictive of early death than many common medical tests. Let me share Audrey's experience as a warning. Audrey gradually needed help opening everything from medicine bottles to doorknobs. "I thought it was just arthritis," she admitted. She adapted by asking for help rather than addressing the underlying cause. By the time she sought help, testing showed she had lost over 40% of her hand strength, a dangerous threshold that indicated significant muscle deterioration throughout her body, not just her hands. Here's what you must do today. Grab a simple rubber ball or even a rolled-up sock. Squeeze it firmly for 5 seconds, then release. Repeat this 10 times with each hand 3 times daily. This simple exercise immediately begins rebuilding critical hand strength within just 2 weeks. No expensive equipment needed, just consistent daily practice. Can't squeeze firmly? Start with something softer like a sponge. The critical point is to start immediately before you lose any more precious muscle function. Sign 4. Shrinking arm and leg circumference. Are your clothes fitting looser around your arms and legs? Have you noticed your watch sliding around more freely or rings becoming looser? This isn't weight loss to celebrate. It's muscle literally vanishing from your body at an alarming rate. Are sleeves that used to fit snugly now hanging loose? Mayo Clinic researchers confirm that a 1-inch reduction in thigh circumference correlates with up to 20% loss of critical muscle mass in seniors. Their longitudinal studies found that once this muscle loss reaches 30%, which can happen silently over just 18 to 24 months, the ability to recover becomes significantly more difficult, often requiring medical intervention. Consider what happened to Stanley. At 77, Stanley noticed his watch and rings getting looser and pants baggier around the legs. "I was actually pleased," he confessed. "I thought I was losing weight in a good way." His doctor later explained this wasn't beneficial weight loss, but dangerous muscle wasting that had already compromised his metabolism and immune function. What Stanley interpreted as positive was actually a critical warning sign of accelerating frailty. Here's your urgent action plan. Implement these 2 specific protein-rich foods into your daily diet immediately. First, add 3 tablespoons of Greek yogurt to your breakfast every morning. The specific amino acid profile directly nourishes shrinking muscles. Second, consume 1 hard-boiled egg daily as a snack. The leucine content specifically targets age-related muscle wasting. These simple additions can halt muscle shrinkage within 7 days when consumed consistently. Start today. Your muscles cannot afford another day of starvation. Sign 5. Persistent fatigue, mistaken for normal aging. Do you feel constantly tired regardless of how much you rest? Do regular activities drain your energy much faster than they used to? This isn't normal aging. It's your body screaming that your muscles are disappearing right now. Have you found yourself thinking, "I'm just not as energetic as I used to be," and accepting this as inevitable? Research from Johns Hopkins Medicine reveals that what doctors often dismiss as age-related fatigue is actually a critical warning sign of severe muscle deterioration. Their studies indicate that up to 73% of persistent fatigue cases in adults over 70 are directly linked to unaddressed muscle loss, not simply aging itself. This misdiagnosis leads thousands of seniors to accept debilitating fatigue when it's actually treatable. Let me tell you about Vivian's experience. At 75, Vivian complained to her doctor about constant exhaustion. "He told me it was just getting older and to expect less energy," she recalled bitterly. 6 months later, after nearly becoming bedridden, a specialist recognized the real problem. Advanced sarcopenia had depleted her energy reserves. Her fatigue wasn't inevitable. It was a treatable condition that had been dangerously ignored. Here's what you need to do right now. Try this 30-second morning routine that activates your remaining muscle fibers. As soon as you wake up, before even getting out of bed, tighten all your muscles, from your face to your toes, as firmly as you can for 5 seconds, then release. Repeat this 6 times. This immediately increases blood flow to atrophied muscles and boosts energy levels by up to 60% within minutes. It sounds remarkably simple, but this technique jumpstarts depleted muscles that are desperate for activation. Begin tomorrow morning. Your body is literally waiting for this signal. Sign 6. Difficulty rising from a chair or toilet seat. Have you started pushing off with your hands when standing up from chairs? Do you find yourself avoiding low seats because getting up has become too difficult? If standing now requires using your arms for support, your leg muscles are in immediate danger. How many seats in your home have you already adapted to make rising easier? The American Journal of Medicine identifies chair rise difficulty as a critical threshold in muscle loss that directly predicts future disability. Their research shows that once you begin using arm support to stand, you've already lost approximately 25% of your crucial leg muscle strength, placing you dangerously close to losing independent mobility altogether. Consider Gregory's alarming experience. At 73, Gregory didn't realize how bad things had gotten until he became stuck on his toilet seat one morning, unable to stand without help. "It was terrifying," he admitted. "I had to call for help from my most private moment." What Gregory didn't know was that his leg muscles had been silently deteriorating for months, with this humiliating incident being the culmination of ignored warning signs. His independence was compromised in the most personal way possible. Here's your immediate action plan. Start these 3 seated exercises today. First, while sitting, extend one leg straight out in front of you. Hold for 5 seconds, then lower. Repeat 10 times with each leg. Second, while seated with feet flat on the floor, lift your heels while keeping toes down. Hold for 3 seconds, then lower. Do this 15 times. Finally, practice the sit-to-stand motion, but only go halfway up before sitting back down. Repeat 10 times. These exercises specifically target the exact muscles needed for standing, working, even if you're already having difficulty. Start immediately. Every day of inaction increases your risk of becoming trapped in a seated position. Sign 7. Unexplained weight loss. Have you been losing weight without trying? Are people complimenting you on looking thinner while you haven't changed your diet or exercise? Losing weight without effort after 70 isn't lucky. It's potentially deadly muscle loss happening right now. Has your belt gotten looser despite eating the same amount of food? Geriatricians at the National Institute on Aging warn that unintentional weight loss after 70 is most often catastrophic muscle loss, not fat reduction. Their research indicates that when seniors lose weight without trying, up to 80% of that loss may be valuable muscle tissue rather than fat. Exactly the opposite of beneficial weight loss. This accelerates frailty at an alarming rate. Take Meredith's cautionary story. At 78, Meredith was actually proud to fit back into clothes she hadn't worn in years. Friends and family complimented her weight loss, unaware it signaled a serious problem. When she finally saw her doctor for unrelated reasons, tests revealed she'd lost vital muscle, not excess fat, putting her at high risk for disability, falls, and even premature death. What seemed like a positive change was actually a medical emergency hiding in plain sight. Here's what you must do immediately. Implement this specific combination of protein timing and gentle resistance. First, consume 20 grams of protein, about 3 ounces of chicken or fish, within 30 minutes of waking to halt overnight muscle breakdown. Second, before each meal, do 10 wall push-ups. Simply stand facing a wall, place your hands flat against it, and bend and straighten your arms 10 times. This simple combination jumpstarts muscle rebuilding even at advanced ages. Begin this protocol tomorrow morning. Your disappearing muscles cannot wait another day. Sign 8, decreasing bone density. Did your latest bone density test show decline? Has your doctor mentioned concerns about osteopenia or osteoporosis? That's not just a bone issue, it's a blaring alarm that your muscles are vanishing too. When was the last time you had your bone density checked? Landmark research in the New England Journal of Medicine demonstrates the direct relationship between muscle deterioration and accelerated bone loss after 70. Their studies found that for every 10% of muscle mass lost, bone mineral density decreases by approximately 4%, creating a dangerous cycle where weakening muscles and bones accelerate each other's decline, drastically increasing fracture risk. Consider what happened to Lawrence. At 79, Lawrence focused exclusively on calcium supplements after his bone density test showed significant decline. No one told me that my muscle atrophy was actually driving my bone problems, he explained. He spent months taking supplements while completely ignoring the underlying cause, his vanishing muscle tissue. Only after suffering a serious fracture did he learn that addressing both issues simultaneously was essential for recovery. Here's your urgent action protocol. Start these doctor-approved gentle movements today. First, stand with your back against a wall, feet shoulder-width apart. Slowly slide down about 4 inches, not a full squat. Hold for 5 seconds, then slide back up. Repeat 10 times, twice daily. Second, while seated, lift both arms out to the sides, hold for 8 seconds, then lower. Repeat 12 times daily. These movements simultaneously strengthen both muscle and bone tissue through gentle resistance, even working for those with existing fragility. Begin today. Every hour of delay increases your fracture risk. You now know the 8 critical warning signs that your muscles are dying after 70 and exactly what to do about each one. Remember, what gets dismissed as normal aging is often dangerous muscle deterioration that you can fight back against starting today. It's never too late to regain your strength, independence, and energy, but you must act now before more precious muscle tissue disappears forever. Your future mobility, dignity, and quality of life depend on the actions you take today, not tomorrow. If you found this information valuable, please hit the like button right now and subscribe to our channel for more life-saving health information for seniors. Comment below which of these warning signs surprised you the most. I read every comment personally, and please share this video with someone you care about who's over 70. you might just save their independence and quality of life.